यो सम्प्रेषण हो, समाचार होइन।
यस श्रृङ्खलाका प्रायोजक लामा एकाउन्टिङ, ज्याक्सन हाइट, न्युयोर्क।
मालिङ्गो रेस्टुरेन्ट एन्ड बार, सनीसाइड, न्युयोर्क।
होममेड फलाफल रेस्टुरेन्ट, अस्टोरिया, न्युयोर्क।
Law Office of Kesavraj Sirai, Manhattan, New York.
यो सम्प्रेषण हो, समाचार होइन।
नमस्कार, स्वागत अनि अभिनन्दन। सम्प्रेषणको यो अर्को श्रृङ्खलामा हामी आदरणीय दर्शक महानुभावहरूलाई हार्दिक सम्मान अर्पण गर्दछौँ। यसपालि चर्चाको शिखरमा रह्यो, अमेरिकामा मात्र होइन सारा संसारभरि नै चर्चाको शिखरमा रह्यो अमेरिकामा भएको गभर्नमेन्ट सटडाउन, जो निरन्तर 16 दिनसम्म चल्यो। हजुर, हामी अहिले सम्प्रेषणको पहिलो सेगमेन्ट यानि कि मिसन अन द मोसनमा छौँ र सारा संसारबाट यस्तो चुनौती र यस्तो इन्डिकेसनहरू आयो कि यदि अरू एक हप्ता मात्रै सटडाउन लम्बियो भने अमेरिकाको क्रेडिट रेटिङ अगेन डाउनग्रेडेड हुने र यसले अमेरिकामा मात्र होइन यसको रिपल इफेक्ट चाहिँ संसारभर पर्ने र संसारले अर्को चरणको रिसेसन बेहोर्नु पर्ने चर्चा अगाडि आएपछि अन्ततोगत्वा यहाँका दक्षिणपन्थी रिपब्लिकन पार्टीका हस्तीहरूलाई परोक्ष दबाव पर्न गयो र 16 दिन पछाडि सटडाउनको यो श्रृङ्खला नाटक पटाक्ष भयो। अब आउँ हामी बसेको राज्य न्युयोर्क राज्य। न्युयोर्क राज्यमा अहिले बजेटको हिसाब किताब भइरहेको, बजेट सेसन भएका कारणले पनि होला कुनै पनि लेजिस्लेसन जिउँदो पनि छैन र प्रस्तावित भएको पनि छैन। र अब तल आउँ हाम्रो बाक्लो आबादी रहेको न्युयोर्क शहर। सिटी काउन्सिलमा अहिले केही बिल छँदै छैन किनभने यो इलेक्सन इयर हो। अब मेयरल इलेक्सन हुँदैछ, प्राइमरीहरू भइसक्यो। डेमोक्रेट पार्टीका तर्फबाट बिल द ब्लाजियो आउनुभएको छ भने रिपब्लिकन पार्टीबाट जो लोथा, उहाँहरू बिचमा अब अमेरिकामा नोभेम्बर महिनाको पहिलो मङ्गलबार इलेक्सन हुन्छ। त्यो भनेको यसपालि 2013 नोभेम्बर 5 तारिकका दिन अब न्युयोर्कका नगरपिता को बन्ने भन्ने चुनाव हुन्छ। त्यसमा डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टीका बिल द ब्लाजियो र रिपब्लिकनका जो लोथा हुनुहुन्छ भने त्यस्तै कन्ट्रोलरका लागि पनि इलेक्सन हुन्छ। त्यसका लागि डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टीबाट जितिसक्नु भएको छ, यताबाट जित्नु भएको स्कट स्ट्रिङ्गर हुनुहुन्छ भने रिपब्लिकन पार्टीबाट जन बुर्नेट। त्यस्तै अर्को एउटा शक्तिशाली पद हो पब्लिक एडभोकेट। प्रारम्भदेखि पब्लिक एडभोकेटलाई चाहिँ कम्प्लिटली एबोलिस गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने रिपब्लिकन पार्टीको कन्सेप्ट हो। त्यसकारण यसचोटि डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टीबाट सिटी काउन्सिल मेम्बर ल्याटिटिया जेम्सले जितिसक्नु भएको छ र उहाँलाई च्यालेन्ज गर्ने रिपब्लिकन पार्टीको कोही उम्मेदवार नभएको यो अवस्थामा उहाँ अलरेडी देयर, उहाँले जितिसक्नु भएको छ। कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन। यसरी मिसन अन द मोसनको यो श्रृङ्खलामा हामीले क्यापिटल हिलदेखि हामी बसेको सहर हुँदै अनि राज्यसम्म पुग्यौँ। मिसन अन द मोसन आजलाई हामी यतिमै बिट मार्छौँ र दोस्रो चरणमा सानो ब्रेक लिइसकेपछि यसपालि हामी हाम्रो आबादीलाई, विशेष गरी इमिग्रेन्टहरूलाई र नेपालीहरूलाई साह्रै सूचनामूलक केही कुराहरू लिएर आउँदैछौँ, जसलाई चाहिँ न्युयोर्क स्टेट फर न्यू अमेरिकन्स भनेर भन्ने अफिसले के कस्ता सुविधाहरू प्रत्याभूत गरेको छ त त्यो पनि निःशुल्क।
यो सम्प्रेषण हो, समाचार होइन।
आदरणीय दर्शक महानुभावहरू, सम्प्रेषणको यो सत्रमा अहिले हामी क्विन्सको 92 स्टेटमा रहेको मेक द रोडको अफिसमा आइपुगेका छौँ। यो न्युयोर्क स्टेटको अफिस फर न्यू अमेरिकन्सले प्रोभाइड गर्ने 27 वटा कम्युनिटी सेन्टरमध्ये एउटा बलियो कम्युनिटी सेन्टर हो यो मेक द रोड। यसले चाहिँ यहाँका विविध भाषीहरू विशेष गरी इमिग्रेन्ट्सहरूलाई चाहिँ सबै अधिकारहरू प्रत्योजन गर्छ र आजको यो सेगमेन्टमा हामी यहाँभित्र केही क्षणमा अङ्ग्रेजी भाषा सिकाइरहेको छ। न्यू अमेरिकन्सहरू कसरी बन्ने, उनीहरूलाई कसरी सशक्तिकरण गर्ने भनेर निःशुल्क अङ्ग्रेजी भाषा सिकाइन्छ सशक्तिकरणको लागि, चेतनाको निम्ति। र हो त्यही सत्र आज हामी यो मेक द रोडको अफिसबाट तपाईँहरू सामु सम्प्रेषण गरिरहेको छौँ सम्प्रेषणको यो सेगमेन्टमा। How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I am very well.
Excellent. I can see that. How old are you?
My name is Oma.
¿Cuántos años tiene? How
Yeah.
old?
Right.
I old 64 years.
64. All right, but you look 50. You're very healthy. All right. So that's why you are here, to learn something, right? You're learning English, right?
Are you learning English?
Estoy aprendiendo aquí inglés en esta escuela. Es very good.
I'm learning English here, and this school is very good.
Why you are learning English in this age? I mean, you're 50, right? I'm sorry. Why you are learning English now?
¿Por qué está decidido ahora a estudiar el inglés?
I decided speaking English porque I am here y es importante para el future. Speaking English me in this country.
It's very important for me to speak English here. In the future, I need to be able to speak English.
Very good. You know about this program?
¿Usted sabe algo de este programa de clases de inglés?
No, mucho, porque estoy empezando a leer y a visitar la escuela. Es new, es pupil, John.
Yeah, so he says he doesn't know a whole lot because he's very new to the school. He just started coming to classes, so he doesn't know yet too much, but he's going to learn more about it.
आदरणीय दर्शक महानुभावहरू, सम्प्रेषणको यो सेगमेन्टमा तपाईहरू अहिले क्विन्सको बाक्लो इमिग्रेन्ट्सहरूको आबादी भएको क्षेत्रको एउटा विशेष भवनमा छौँ हामी, मेक द रोड, जसले इमिग्रेन्ट्सका विविध इस्युहरूलाई समेटेर हाम्रा मान्छेहरूलाई सशक्तिकरण गर्ने काम गर्छ। आज संयोगले आज हामी एउटा यो क्लासमा छिरेका छौँ जसलाई ESOL भन्छ, इङ्ग्लिस फर स्पिकर्स अफ अदर ल्याङ्ग्वेज। यो क्लास चाहिँ अहिले यहाँ भइरहेको छ। अब यो क्षणलाई क्याप्चर गर्नको निम्ति म अहिले यहाँ पढाइरहनु भएका शिक्षिकाहरू, त्यसपछि पढिरहनु भएका व्यक्तिहरूसँग जान्छु। Tell us about this class a little bit for us.
Sure. So the ESL through computer classes are an opportunity for students not only to get in touch with the 21st century technology that is being used for either, working or communications, but also it's a way of encouraging self-regulated learning, a way that they can take charge of their learning by using the tools on their own. But the class is mostly to help them learn English through the computers.
Okay, it's been said that it's funded by Office of New Americans. Excellent. And what is the base eligibility for the student?
The availability?
What's the eligibility?
Anyone is eligible. The only thing...
Anyone means any working student, working clients, whoever wants to come. Is that fine, or demographic, or you didn't cover in the Queens, the residential things? Does that...
There is no limit. So as long as they need to learn English, we have the space for it, and then come and talk and pass an assessment test, they can come and take the class.
So in that base must be very crowded, right?
It's super crowded.
Also, they gotta come in advance, the booking system?
They would want to come in advance to register. If there is space after the first students come in and register, then they can come in, and if we have space, we allow people to come in. So the classes start with the students that have registered, but if we have a space after, if we need a class with more students, we of course allow people to come in.
So you have concept of extending classes, that means?
Sorry.
So you do extend the classes. If that's overcrowded, for example, for the 30 students is allowed. If you have application for 40 plus, what do you do in that situation?
Well, in that case, we would need to hire more teachers. So we wouldn't just be able to extend it, because it's an issue of being able to manage the classroom effectively. Okay. And so a lot of it depends on the amount of teachers that we have at a time. So and the volunteers run the English through computer labs, and those are for people that are registered on the English classes. So for us to be able to expand the classes, we will need more teachers, we will need more classrooms.
So you need more fund, right? It's funding. Okay, let's move to the next teacher in the different perspective. Let's talk about the idea of the generation. I can see young to old and from all ages right here. Are they taking this challenge easily, or it is really challenging for them to learn at the same time the language and the technology together?
I think it is challenging, but we have students who may be slightly more advanced in English and students who may be slightly more advanced with technology. So students bring different strengths and skills and experiences with them. So we have some younger students who have iPhones, know how to use the apps already, and they can help the other students. And then we have some students who may be older and have never used a computer before. So for them, the technology may be the most challenging part. But the good thing is the students bring a variety of experiences with them, so that they can help each other, and the class runs well because of that.
Well, how do you find how they can implement their skill after they learn English in these classes?
They implement their skills in their daily lives. That's why they are motivated to come here. They implement their skills at their workplace, at their children's school, when they shop, when they go for health care, in all kinds of venues.
So it's the idea of empowering them rather than academic knowledge or any kind of potential?
That's right, yes. Empowerment is a very strong motive for us, yes.
Do you have a different perspective than they mentioned about this class? Is there anything you want to add on it?
I think it's great that everybody is, come here for the same purpose. They're from different countries, but it's really nice, that sense that everyone has a similar goal. We're all working towards the same thing, and it's great to have the opportunity to meet everyone and for everyone to meet each other and, carry out that journey together.
Excellent. If you would like to encourage to the people in general why they should learn English.
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, if you want to encourage our people, new American or immigrants whatsoever, how do you want to encourage them in one line?
Persistence.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Persistent and encouragement. That's what we're doing in Different Forefront. It's amazing. I can see the various age of people right here. Can I talk to you why you are here?
I'm coming to learn more English and try to make socialization with other persons, and we coming to sorry, I'm a little nervous. And try to come in with socialization with the other people and try to super for the life, Try to make something good for the lifetime.
Thank you so much. Hello, how about you? Can you say something about this class? English or Hispanic, any language?
English, bueno.
That must be English, right? You're learning English. Let's go in English.
No, English no, solo español todavía, inglés queriendo sí aprender.
आदरणीय दर्शक महानुभावहरू, सम्प्रेषणको यो सेगमेन्टमा अहिले हामी यहाँ यो अङ्ग्रेजी कक्षा सञ्चालन भइरहेको कक्षाभित्र छिर्ने अवसर पायौँ। मेक द रोडले विभिन्न सामाजिक एजेन्डाहरूमा अमेजिङ काम गरिरहेको छ। दर्शकदेखि मैले त्यो विटनेस गरिरहेको छु र आज म फेरि यही सत्रमा व्हाइट हिमालको तर्फबाट र कार्यक्रम सम्प्रेषणबाट धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु। थ्याङ्क यू एन्ड थ्याङ्क यू सो मच।
यो सम्प्रेषण हो, समाचार होइन।
What is the definition by new Americans?
Yeah, we look at people who are new Americans. They have the spirit and energy of someone who comes here and wants to succeed. And that could be someone who's just gotten here, the children, those family members of that person, someone who's been here a long time. So long as you have that American spirit, we think that we should welcome you with open arms. And that's why Governor Cuomo launched this office back in January of 2012 to help immigrants fully succeed and participate in New York State's civic and economic life. It's the first time the state, as a progressive capital of the nation, did not have a single place dedicated to this work, and they should have. And so now we've done this.
Wow, excellent. Yeah, I was amazed and really excited listening that time, as you mentioned that the State of the State speech, and he clearly mentioned that we are a state of immigrants. While other states build walls to keep people out, we open our arms and we invite people in. Can you elaborate a little bit more about that? What does it mean to invite immigrants?
Sure. You know, the Office for New Americans, when we created it and thought this up and listened to the community to tell us what we should do as government to help people, it was a time when things were very tough. You know, we had states passing laws, building physical walls, separating people out, creating an unsafe environment. And what we wanted to do was say, no, New York has always been welcoming. We've always said, if you're here and you want to work hard, we're going to help you have every opportunity to succeed. And that's what we're trying to do with this office.
So he was saying that building the walls means he was somehow saying that the strict anti-immigrants rules, that is like no, I don't want to go continuously more political. SB 1070, something like that.
You know, I think what we can all agree with is that this country was built by immigrants.
Absolutely.
And that if we were to forget our history ever and what makes this country great, we would forget why this country continues to be a leader in the world. You know, I always go back. There was a gentleman I worked for once who always told me campaigns are about people.
Okay.
But I would think now, later on, I would say, no, life is about people. And so is this country. You know, people make countries, people make homes, people make businesses. It's our people who make us special. And being a land of immigrants and a country built on immigrants and by immigrants makes New York State and this country special. And having anything that makes someone feel like they don't belong is just not part of that American spirit and that American history.
So it's basically the idea to empower the people or immigrants.
That's right, empower people and educate people. And that's why, unlike other states that have offices that are similar, where they have people there and liaisons to show you what government has to offer, we said that's not enough. Our communities, we know, need more assistance and support. And that's why we created 27 offices around the state, many in New York City, but many outside of the state, that help immigrants, the Nepalese, others, come in, and if they need to learn English, we'll help them. If they want to become, and they're eligible to be naturalized citizens, we'll support them through that process and help them become naturalized citizens. If there are people that come from our communities that are undocumented, if they're young and qualify for these new regulations that allow them to stay here, we'll help them through that process.
You're talking about the deferred action DACA thing?
DACA, yes. Okay. We have attorneys that at each of the centers that help people through that process of deferred action for childhood arrivals, DACA. And then there, you know, the Nepalese community, others are very entrepreneurial. We kind of pride ourselves, and in fact, it's entrepreneurial. Even just to leave, you know, that type of leap is very similar to the leap you take when you leave your home country. So to have someone here and he's entrepreneurial, we should harness that energy to help them start and grow businesses, and that's what we do at each of the centers.
You mentioned the word eligibility, and what is the eligibility to get all these benefits as you mentioned now?
So if you want to do any of these services of which I spoke, you can show up. That is the eligibility. You show up. We have no requirements as to income levels. We have no requirements as to your documentation status. We don't ask documentation status. That's not the purview of the state government. So if you are here and you are a new American, whether you've been here for 5 days or 50 years, and you want to take advantage of any of these services, you can come in and be assisted.
So anyone is a new American?
If they have that spirit and energy, they're here.
So they have to claim it, right?
Yeah, by showing up. By showing up. You know, what's that line from Woody Allen? Like, half the battle in life is by showing up, and the other half is stick around. You know, people show up. If they show up to a class and they stick through the whole class, they're going to learn English. If they stick through the whole process and they're eligible, they're going to become a naturalized citizen. It's a struggle sometimes. It's work. But if you want something, we know this is the land of opportunity. If you want something and we provide you every opportunity to succeed, then you will succeed.
In your booklet and the web pages, I was reading a lot of things you are doing, like facilitating kind of pro bono legal things. Anyone can get that benefit from you, or any 27 of your centers, they can go directly and get them?
Yes, that's the beauty of the 27 centers have all these services. They also have two other things. One is a team of attorneys who travel to each of the centers that provide legal services. In particular, if sometimes to not get scammed by someone, not fall victim to fraud, all you need to sit down with someone that knows, who's trusted, who's an attorney, and say, can you help me? Can you tell me if this is right or if that's right? So we provide legal consultation services, so you can sit down and learn, and you can have these conversations. Those are free to anyone. All of the services are free to anyone. The other thing we have, which I think is really important, that if even if you don't know anything else, this is the one thing you should know, is that we have a hotline that covers 200 languages. That's open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Including Nepalese language?
I'm sorry?
Including Nepali?
That includes the Nepalese.
Wow.
That's where I was. You know this. You know.
Thank you.
We cannot forget, and that's part of the reason why I'm so happy that you're having me on the show. We cannot forget growing populations. The Nepalese have been here for some time, and they're continuing to grow, and it's important that we help the Nepalese community continue to succeed. And this hotline includes, of the 200 languages, includes the languages that...
What is the number hotline?
The number of the hotline is 1-800-567... 1-800-566-7636.
Is there anything you want to add at this time to giving more details to the specifically Nepali community?
Yeah, I think if the Nepalese community is interested to learn more about the Office for New Americans, they can go to newamericans.ny.gov. You have the hotline now, and feel free to call with any question you may have. And if one of our 27 offices don't offer the service you're looking for or the assistance we can provide you, we've made sure that we can refer you to others who can. In your community. And I just want to impart one last thing. The governor is the governor's background, his grandfather was an immigrant who started in Jamaica, Queens. He started a small grocery store. And then he saw his son become governor of the state of New York, and now that son has seen his son become a very successful governor. That is the power of immigrants in the state. And if it can happen in that community and other communities, it also can happen in any community, including the Nepalese community. We are very happy that we see the Nepalese community continue to grow in New York City and outside of New York City. And that's something that we want to say. We want to continue that trend by showing everyone that we are a welcoming place and that we are very different from the rest of the country, or different from other places that are not like that in other parts of the country.
And different than other states as well. We're the New York, right?
We are New York.
That's what Governor Cuomo mentioned the first line.
Yes, that's right. We are New York. We are a state of immigrants, and we love that the Nepalese community continues to grow and succeed in the state.
Thank you so much for encouraging the loving word to the Nepalese community. So if we go in 27 different centers and we don't get it properly, what we want, can we call you directly?
You can call me. I'm more than willing to listen and to help.
Wow. Thank you so much for your willingness and your readiness. We really appreciate, and on behalf of Guatemala Television and my own show, Sampreshan, I'd like to thank you so much, and thanks for calling. Thanks for this participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
यो सम्प्रेषण हो, समाचार होइन.
First and foremost, thank you so much for allowing this beautiful building, and I'm really great fan of Make the Road, what's been you are doing since a decade. Thank you so much. And the first, I would like to ask you about your affiliation. You're working with New York Office for New Americans. How are you working with them?
Yes, so we are one of the very, very fortunate groups that has received funding to do this work, to help people naturalize and become citizens, and also to receive English classes and civics classes, and both here in Queens and in our office on Long Island.
What I read online and many documentation, and the word New Americans creates a kind of confusion, and many people, they just stay sidelined, maybe because of the fear of kind of documentation system. Have you ever experienced that kind of situation right here?
Well, this office really has become a center that welcomes immigrants into our space. People come in here, they feel like they are at home, that this is their place, this is the community home where they can come and learn about the language, learn about the laws. I think the words New Americans make a lot of sense. I think it's actually a really good change instead of other terms that were used before for people who didn't have documents. This is just great.
Okay, so many people have still a kind of fear about their documentation system, and that they should have more fear creating by few words. And how do you assure them it's very welcoming place and all project and whatever you are offering through this agency? How can you assure them, this community?
So we actually serve the community regardless of whether people have immigration status or not. Obviously, to become a citizen, you have to be a permanent resident, and that we do basically screen people when they come in, right? When they come in seeking services, we screen them and we go through a questionnaire where we ask them, about their background. We do find out about immigration status there, but it's definitely information that remains confidential. We have attorneys in staff, and so anything that they share with us is protected by the privilege between the lawyers and the client. So they know that they can come and tell us what is going on. In many cases, there are people who believe are undocumented, but turns out that they're actually citizens, that at one point a parent or grandparent became a citizen and they derived citizenship through that relationship. And so our job is to clarify what the law is, to help people and make sure that if they qualify to become citizens, that they become citizens. And if they don't, then we'll figure out what their status is and what the potential solutions are for them.
So you are helping out to this kind of process too, right? For the immigration, all kind of system, and you are helping them in various way, right?
Yes, so basically through these funds, we're able to expand our naturalization services, but also we provide advice and counseling. We have an ONA counsel, someone who is also funded by the same program, who comes to our offices once a month, and we schedule appointments for this person. So if you have an immigration-related question, whatever it is, we will schedule you on that day. You'll have, half an hour to 45 minutes with an expert attorney who will, if you have any kind of relief in your situation, that will take your case.
Is there any kind of limitation or restriction from that fund? So you can specify certain terms and conditions you can do, but certain topic you can't do. Is that any kind of restriction having this fund from ONA?
Well, the money is to provide naturalization services, right? So we definitely have to complete, at least 100 people have to naturalize through the program. Okay. And these are numbers that we have already met because the need is there. The need is just immense.
100, that's annually?
Yes. Okay. And it's been already, 6 months into the contract, and we've already completed those numbers because the people are out there and they need that, and they're grateful to have the service. The immigration attorney who comes in once a month, he can listen to any type of immigration-related question. It's not limited to citizenship. We do try to focus on people who are low income and who, fall, below the poverty guidelines, the federal poverty guidelines. So therefore, that is not really an issue here. Like the majority of the people that we see are definitely qualifying.
No doubt, you are doing amazing work. That's Make the Road. Thank you so much for your conversation.
Thank you, and thank you for visiting us. And this is your home. You're welcome to come back.
We will. Thank you so much.
हजुर दर्शक महानुभावहरु, यहाँहरुलाई हामीले जस्ताको तस्तै देखायौं त्यो क्लिपहरु हाम्रो टिमले गएर सम्बन्धित ठाउँमा मेक द रोडको दृश्यहरु हामीले देखायौं। विशेष सारै सरोकार राखेर पढ्न आउने तपाईहरुले देखिहाल्नुभयो 24 वर्षदेखि 64 वर्षका व्यक्तिहरु निरन्तर आफ्नो जागर उत्साह र त्यो इन्थुजियाजम लिएर पढ्न आउनुभयो। सरकारले विशेष गरी गभर्नरले दिनुभएको यो प्रिभिलेज, यो सुविधालाई तपाई हामी सबैले रिगार्डलेस अफ एनी स्ट्याटस कसरी चाहिँ लाभ लिन सक्छौं हजुर सोचौं र कार्यान्वयनमा जाउँ। हामीले त्यहाँ हटलाइन पनि दियौं त्यो नम्बर, त्यसमा फोन गरेपछि जानकारी लिन सकिनेछ तपाई हामी हाम्रो समुदाय कसरी लाभान्वित हुन सक्छौं। हजुर यही सूचनामूलक कार्यक्रमहरु निरन्तर दिने हाम्रो जुन ध्येय छ कम्युनिटी एम्पावरमेन्ट थ्रु मिडिया भनेर हामी निरन्तर भनिरहेका छौं। त्यही चरणमा सम्प्रेषण र व्हाइट हिमाल निरन्तर काम गरिरहेका छौं हामी। हजुर अझ तपाईका ओजिला सुझावहरु सल्लाह दिनका लागि म एकपटक फेरि हाम्रो इमेल एड्रेस दोहोर्याउँछु, sampreshan8@whitehimal.tv। सधैँ चाहिँ तपाईका आत्मीय सुझावहरु पठाउँदै गर्नुस्। हामी आफ्नो अभिष्ट र हाम्रो लक्ष्य अनुसार तपाईहरूको सुझावलाई सर्वोपरि मान्दै नयाँ नयाँ कार्यक्रम पस्किने जमर्को गर्नेछौँ, निरन्तर यत्न गर्नेछौँ इमानदारिताका साथ। हजुर, यति भन्दै सम्प्रेषणको आजको श्रृङ्खलाबाट हामी सम्पूर्ण टिम बिदा चाहन्छौँ। निरन्तर हाम्रा आकर्षक कार्यक्रमहरू हेर्दै रहनुहोला। हवस् त, नमस्कार अनि जय नेपाल।
यो सम्प्रेषण हो, समाचार होइन।